Welcome back to I'm Still Here. I'm Larry.
And I'm Heather. In 1998, I was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer at the age of 26. Changed everything for me and us. But I'm still here.
You are. Happy Monday!
Happy Monday! Are you ready for some Monday momentum?
Ready.
Woo! So I thought this week we would talk a little bit about finding your why. Because life is hard, you know? From big things to little things. I just feel like, is it Simon Sinek who talks about start with why or something like that? There's a book about it. But it's really just about like, why are you doing something? What's the motivation behind it, right? Mm-hmm. From something huge to something small. Mm-hmm. Like, so if I were to give an example of why am I going to wipe off the countertops? Because I want clean countertops, right? Something very simple.
Yeah.
But why am I taking a new job? Because I want to feel more fulfilled or I want to make more money, right?
Those were the nice reasons.
What do you think about finding your why?
I think I didn't stumble into my why. I think I just followed what made me happy probably, or fulfilled me, or challenged me, those kind of things. Mm-hmm. But I don't think about that a lot because I found it. I mean, and I found new things. And so challenge is a big thing for me. Mm-hmm. I want to be challenged in whatever I'm doing. Mm-hmm. I don't want to go through the motions because then days just take forever. And whatever you're doing, I want to challenge my brain in everything I've done and everything I continue to do. I don't often think about the why, though. Why am I doing it? I just don't. That's the truth. I mean, you know this from a long time ago. You would often ask me, what are you thinking? And the answer was nothing.
I have learned over time that when he says that, it's absolutely true.
Yeah.
It's not, don't take it personally. It's just true. So, but I guess for me also, when thinking, I think about this when it's something that I know I have to do, and I know it might be hard, but there's a reason why I need to do it, you know? And and if I can spin that in a way that feels good to me, or even just knowing that I can get through it and then it'll be done, that's helpful too. But there's a lot of, you know, in cancer, if I get through this, you know, or why am I doing this? I'm doing this, you know, to, I don't know, prolong my life, to improve my quality of life, to
get to the next thing.
To get to the next thing, right, to all of those things. But there's a lot of, I don't know, I do think about those things a little bit.
I think you think about those things a little bit more now, and especially since you are making a big change, you know, in career-wise, that kind of thing. The whole things like anxiety and all of these are fresh in your brain right now because of the change. Yeah. So you do take a minute to think about when you're considering a change. I think the why is part of that. And when the whys outweigh the other one, you go, well, that's what I should be doing. You know, I haven't made a ton of changes. I made, a big one 4 or 5 years ago, but since then I kind of
but you just keep adding on to your plate and upping the ante a little bit. That's
your fault. That's not my fault. That's your fault.
Whoa. This might take a turn. What are you talking about?
It's your fault that I'm doing so much more now. So
why?
I'm an official. I'm a football official. Mm-hmm. I officiate football. Well, we thought it might be cool. She is a former...
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm talking. She is a former head volleyball coach, volleyball player, volleyball coach, whatever. So we thought it would be cool that we officiate volleyball this year, just a night or two a week, but thought we could do it together, and that would be cool. And you can earn an extra little change for that. Well, I spent 7.5 hours in a gym yesterday officiating freshman volleyball. But she wasn't there.
Yeah, so I guess just we've been talking around a lot of things, but I quit my job. I was working in the schools as an OT, and I have decided to do travel therapy. So I accepted a position not in the state of Michigan, which makes it a little hard to get home for a weeknight volleyball match.
So I have a full volleyball schedule without my wife.
That's again. This has taken a turn. That is just something I think you're fulfilling out of loyalty to the assigner, which is nice of you.
What?
But,
Okay.
But when you
So
look
the
about
why
the challenge,
crossed my mind probably a few times yesterday. Why am I doing this?
I would wonder.
And it always came up with the same answer. Heather.
Oh boy.
Yeah. The whole season.
But why do you put the time into like learning about football officiating?
Well, because I want to be good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a different sort of why too.
You don't want to let the crew down. You don't
Yeah,
want to let
you
the
can learn
teams
those
who are
things.
prepared for a year in order to play this game. You don't want to be the reason why something goes wrong. I mean, they've spent their whole life doing this. So, yeah. There's a lot of money.
I feel like this Find Your Why thing has just taken like some curves and maybe went right off a ledge too.
We don't really talk about this before we start. So
I just like
so
to
you guys
spring
know.
things on him, but sometimes he throws them back. So yeah, I just think that finding your why can be helpful.
What if they're doing something where they can't find their why?
Then I think that's a time to evaluate whether or not you should continue to do it. I get it with like cancer stuff. There's some things that we have to do, but in life, there's very few things that we truly have to do.
Sometimes we feel stuck.
Or we feel obligated.
Yeah.
Again, I'm leaving education, and there's nobody that guilt trips people more than education, right? Do it for the kids, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But you're worth it. You're worth, we get one life, we get one shot. And I think
that's a song. You're about ready to break into an Eminem song right now.
Oh, I do like Eminem sometimes. But yeah, so
You're right.
you
I agree with you 100%.
yeah. I appreciate the support for that too. I will say that. So we're about to venture into something that's going to be a little uncomfortable for us, but I know for me, I mean, this is my why is to do it for us long term, and it's a good situation, and it feels a little scary, but it feels way better than walking back into something that I was dreading.
Well, I have to wipe the counters now.
Are you going to?
Probably not.
You just said you cleaned the refrigerator door for the first time
Ever.
and we've lived here
Ever.
since 2005.
Well, let's not make it sound like I don't clean stuff.
No, you for
I
sure
do.
clean. You
but
do
I
way-
never wiped down the refrigerator. I didn't know that was a thing that people did. But then I looked at it and went, wow, this needs wiped down. You're right. So never noticed it.
Don't judge us. But
Don't judge us. We aren't clean freaks, but we aren't slobs.
No. All right. Go find your why, people. Have a great week.
Peace.